Before I begin this video, I just want to give a really big shout out to the few people who have joined my channel. I originally started at 0, and so the fact that you guys are clicking on my video and subscribing, it really means a lot to me authentically. If you can spread my videos or recommend a family or a friend who's going through a breakup or a tough time mentally, physically, they're just needing a little bit of clarity, a little bit of direction, I'd really appreciate it if you share my link out to them. Keep hitting the subscribe button, keep following the journey. Some days I'm up, other days I'm down, and together we're still gonna get through this, and you guys are inspiring me to keep going no matter how big or small the audience is starting out. So without further ado, let's get into the topic of what I'm feeling. Other people feel like I have a lot of time to spare. I feel like I don't have any time to waste. And so if you want to gain more clarity and you want to gain more insight on what works for you, you have to start taking necessary steps in order to move in that direction. For me, one of my strong traits is that I'm a visual learner. I like to surround myself with people who can teach me stuff intellectually. I like to be around people with substance. I like to learn and absorb a lot of positive energy because it helps me stay alive in a way. If I'm hanging around the wrong group of people or I am positioning myself around losers with a small mindset who doesn't think big or outside the box, I feel like I am shedding my light and I feel like I am not progressing. And so you have to remove yourself from these type of people who are talking down on your dreams or your goals, or they don't really see what you see, because only a few people really get it. With that being said, I've made a vision board, and it must have been so cluttered, so jumbled. I put everything that I wished for on the vision board. I put everything that I wanted, every designer thing, every experience, because I'm more of a person who likes experiences more than physical items, because I like to have memories more so, you know? But other than that, like I made this vision board and it was just everywhere. It was jumbled, and it was good that I took the time to cut out pieces of magazines and put it on a plasterboard and stuff like that and hang it up in my room. But it was kind of like all everywhere. It was really hard to follow. And so I took it down. I shared it with a few people that I probably shouldn't have, whether it was good energy brought onto it or not. It was still not a good place for me to follow because it wasn't executed clear enough for me. And so I'm going to work on building a different vision board where I can follow step by step what I'm going to do to get to this goal specifically. I've already started on it. I'm not going to share too much because that's usually how things get ruined. But when you are chasing the high goal that you want in your life, you have to start very, very small. It's literally like climbing your way up. And it's kind of like stocks. Some days it's going up, other days is you're going down. You're falling right on your ass. You literally Robert Greene, one of the most New York Times #1 best-selling authors. And might I tell you, I heard a lot about his books, more specifically, Power. The 48 Laws of Power. What am I going to learn about this book? What am I going to use to apply to my everyday life? What skills is this book going to teach me? I'm so excited to dig deep into this book, more specifically because I know that when I reach the end of it, I'm going to come out a lot stronger and more powerful within myself. Stuff like that just excites me. It gives me a rush, you know? I'm a very big person who loves to read. It is the most exhilarating thing that I can do for myself. It helps me with my vocabulary, and it helps me focus more on my studies and in school. There are a lot of times where I am in school or I'm taking on a new specific subject and I am so utterly bored. I don't want to do this trade anymore. I'm done. I'm switching. I don't want to try this hobby anymore. I'm done. I'm switching it. You don't have to stay stuck forever. Pick something that you just want to do and just go full all into it. But while you are picking something, in which I have, no spoilers, I'm going to occupy my time with more information that is going to keep me intellectually smart and way ahead. Book came out in 1998, and it's more of a self-help guidebook that will teach you how to not only control your emotions, but to low-key control others around you. If you don't want to control other people around you, this is a disclaimer. Probably you shouldn't be reading this book. I heard that it's also evil because you get to learn a lot of things that you probably don't want to know. You can learn manipulation tactics. You can learn just I'm not gonna spoil it so much. Go buy it yourself. Buy it by yourself. I am on the first chapter, and might I say, some of these things in here, I think I already knew. I knew about some of these things in here. However, I didn't know all of them. So now I get to kind of play around with it, you know? Get to do the little tango dance a little. Now, if you're buying this book to try to get under other people's skin or just become a son of a... Don't buy it. This is literally just so that you will feel more strong mentally. That's why I'm getting this book. Instead of me going to react to certain situations how I used to, this is more so that I can control my own mind and learn how to not let certain things get to me as much. It's more of like, you know, me reading the book by Mel Robbins, The Let Them Theory. Now I'm going to apply this theory by Robert Greene, and we'll see how this goes. This book, because literally my family is from the East Coast. Now, a lot of books that I read, you know, they tend to say New York City's #1 best-selling author. A lot of them are very talented, in which I agree, but I just love everything about the East Coast so much because my family, they all live over there, and New York City is such a beautiful place. My mom is actually trying to drag me to New York next week to see a lot of my family members, and I low-key want to see a few of my old friends and acquaintances, but I probably won't. Just because I feel like everyone is on a different path, and I kind of outgrew a lot of things, or a lot of people from my past. No shade. I'm just kind of like on a self-discovery journey right now. So like I might see my family, but then again, I might not because I do have to pick up a new class schedule for me. So I don't really know how I'm going to tie that in, but I'm thinking about it. I'm honestly thinking about it. But I don't know, no promises. I live on the West Coast right now, so everything over here, well, from what I've seen so far, everyone out here is very laid back. They're very to themselves for the majority. Like, you know, the people who do stay to themselves. I mean, some people like move in cliques out here that I've noticed, and I've gotten a lot of like bougie vibes from people at some points, but honestly, I just take it as a lot of people out here, they have a lot of money and they have a goal. Like, you know, the right ones do. The wrong ones don't. But like, honestly, like, I feel like I'm out here, I can get way more ahead. Like, I feel like I'm more ahead of my time out here because I move so fast paced. Like, I move so like quickly into building the life that I want for myself, that when I'm out here, yes, everything is more so calming and peaceful, and I get to just pick how I want to spend my day. I can just lay on a beach and just figure it out. I can cry out in a forest somewhere. I really love it out here a lot. But I feel like the tenacity and the drive that I have is more so East Coast in me. It's more so like, oh no, we gotta get it, we gotta go. Move quickly, move with urgency, you know? No time to waste. But yeah, I literally, I don't know what I was gonna say. I guess that concludes this video. I'm gonna go eat some spaghetti. I cooked some spaghetti with like the long noodles. It's pretty good. Now I want some. And I'm gonna get some.